I'm not pretending that in less than 2 minutes 20 we can go into details about how to conduct a customer interview. So I will share a more holistic framework that I use to build my company MemoHub, and which is structured around a 3-step customer interview cycle. So the first step of the cycle is about the users' interviews themselves. This is generally achieved through direct customer interviews, but also through surveys or even screen recording sessions. In my opinion, 2 very important aspects are first, to know what you want to learn from users beforehand and to structure your interviews/experiments accordingly. For example, one can do a cycle of interviews to learn about the user's pain points, another cycle about how they consume content online to learn about how you can potentially market your solution to them. The bottom line is that it's better to have an idea of what you are searching rather than having only open conversations. And the second aspect is about listening. During a conversation, the hardest part is not to talk, but to ask the right questions and to listen. And I confess myself that it's easier said than done. I'm definitely not the best at it. I personally think that it's the hardest part of the cycle, and it's well illustrated by a common rejection that you see very often in the form of a quote. If I had asked people what they wanted, they would have asked for faster horses. To play the devil's advocate here, you can interpret this user feedback another way, and what this person really wanted is a faster transportation. So yes, if what you build is a faster transportation means, you would still build a car after hearing this user feedback. And all of that to say that this is why I think it's the hardest part, because it's about uncovering the real value you can provide to users by analyzing what they express, but in hidden layers. I saw a super interesting process in an early stage startup that was structured around those lines. Every time a founder or an employee had an interaction with a customer, she had to write down a bullet point summary of it. All these summaries were gathered in a Google Doc. Then once every 2 weeks or month, they analyzed together what they could learn from it. And finally, the conclusions of their analysis was shared to the whole company in a monthly email. And a great answer that was once given to me by a founder is that there is no precise number. The sign that shows that you should move to another cycle of interviews is when you hear the same things over and over again from your users. It means that it converges and you can move to the next topic. It can take 5 or 1,000 interviews.